Hey, what is up YouTube? This is the We All Juggle Knives channel, and you are at another Multi-Tool Monday. Today I have the wrench head by Kutmaster. Comes with this pouch. Here is the tool itself. It does not come with this. This is my Woobin tactical pen. It's a pen, a flashlight, and a glass breaker. Right, but it does come with this loop so you can hold a pen or a flashlight. This does come with some accessories, however. Comes with, well, I'll tell you what they are after I show them to you. All this stuff, hex wrenches, Torx bits, drive sockets, those are all those accessories that it comes with. So what is this supposed to be? I think they mean it as a mechanics multi-tool because it's a wrench head, but they're also saying rescue. And you can see they have like an ambulance, like a first responder, so I guess it's for mechanic stuff and rescue stuff. Now this Kutmaster wrench head is actually very similar to that multi-tool, which is the Realtree hunting multi-tool. Right, so what are the differences between these two tools? Well, the hunting version has the broadhead wrench, those cutouts. And here you see the difference in the wrench cutouts, what they're calling the broadhead cutouts for the hunting tool, and the hex cutouts for the mechanic tool. The hunting version has, I wish it were a different kind of stripper, but fletching stripper. And here is the saw in the hunting version, and they replaced that in the mechanic tool. You see they're saying that this is a spark plug feeler. Yeah, they're saying spark plug feeler gauge for that tool. So that replaces the saw on this tool. Right, so the mechanic version, you get bits that are going to be more useful for that, and you get these drive sockets. And with the hunting version, you get a bit kit that's more useful, I would assume, for adjusting different types of bows. Now originally I was not going to review the wrench head because it is so similar to the Realtree tool. However, Amazon has been doing crazy things with the pricing. These used to be about $35. Not that good a price for what you're getting. I've seen the wrench head for as low as $15, and I've seen the hunting multi-tool for as low as $10. Okay, that's crazy. You know, of course they're not a perfect multi-tool, but they're definitely worth those prices. So if you see the price dip to that, pull the trigger. Yeah, Amazon does crazy things with the prices. It goes way up and down. So I am going to include the Amazon links. I have no idea what the price is going to be when I actually post this. But I guarantee if you watch these long enough, they'll eventually get back down to some crazy good pricing. Either that or they'll just sell out completely. Alright, so real quick, what does this actually have on it? Well, it's got your typical pliers with a wire cutter, and then if you raise this up, well, you saw those cutouts already, the wrench cutouts. It's got 5 fold-out tools, right? Nail nick. This is their serrated blade. This is a file. This is the spark plug feeler, the plain edge blade, and a reamer awl punch. Actually, it's not an awl because you can't sew with it, so it's a reamer and a punch. Now, at the end of this file, they're also saying that this is a small gasket scraper. And with the punch, they're saying that the punch is also a large gasket scraper. Now, what they're calling the lock is this. You know, when you open one of the tools, you close that, and then presumably that prevents this from folding in. Now on this side of the tool, you have a compartment that has just open space in it. They say it's for, you can put some of the bits in there. So you've got storage in there, but you've also got a ruler. Now at the end of this handle is the little bit socket. Right, so it goes in like that. Now there's a magnet in there. Right, so the bit will not fall out. I have to say there was a little bit of rust inside there when I got this, and I did have to clean out some rust from there a little bit, but it works. Also about this driver, they say that they specifically designed it like this way so that you can get more force, right? With the, if you want to use it in the T-handle configuration. All right, doing some stuff with this multi-tool. You know what time it is. You know this this Kershaw machete. I just keep screwing it. It's like a great girlfriend. No, oh, that was bad. Kidding, kidding. Hold on. This T-handle. With the camera like right there, it's a little bit unwieldy, but whatever. Can it unscrew a screw? It can indeed unscrew the screw. There you go. Yeah, actually it's just way easier to use it like this with the camera so close, but screwing the screw back in. This is a Kershaw Camp 12 machete, by the way. Alright, doing a few more things with this. Now this isn't going to be a super exhaustive test because, you know, because. Can we cut wire with the wire cutter? Apparently not. Am I doing it wrong? Alright. Okay, yeah, they're saying wire cutter. Alright, let me find a real wire cutter. Alright, YouTube, here's a SOG multi-tool. Let's see how this does on the wire. You see it cuts it. One more time. Yeah, see, that's what the wire cutter is supposed to do, but that's more of like a wire bender. Yeah, the wire bender. Bending that wire. And then you have to kind of work it to cut it. Alright, they should call it a wire bender, but whatever. Alright, so the blade. Let's check out the edge on this, the initial edge. Alright, not too good. Not that bad. Oh! Yeah, not bad at all, really. You know, you can see it's a bit jagged, so it's not like uber sharp, but you know, it's just, it's like a C, maybe a C plus. I mean, it's just, but you know, you could touch that up, so yeah, I would give that a C or a C plus. All right, let's try out this punch. That looks pretty badass. That should be able to do something. So, I don't know. I don't have a piece of leather, but I'm gonna punch this old sheath. This is like some sort of M-Tech throwing knife sheath. I definitely don't need this sheath. Let's punch. Hold on. Let's make sure not to punch our own body parts. Well, there you go. It did punch. I bet it could punch through a person pretty well. Yeah, there you go. But they're also saying that this is a large gasket scraper. Well, in my experience, reamers are very handy for scraping all sorts of things. I mean, not just a gasket, but yeah. All right, what the heck can I scrape with this? Well, I have this old piece of wood which I use to test the saws on multi-tools, as you can see. All right, a scraper. Well, it definitely scraped some material off there. Now, as for this serrated blade, you know, I can tell you, this is basically a type of saw because, I mean, serrated blade, a real serrated blade should be able to slice through things. And, you know, this is definitely, hold on. I mean, this is definitely nowhere near a slicer at all. You know, a serrated knife blade should be capable of doing that. So yeah, serrated blade, you know, this is going to cut with either a sawing motion only or a ripping and tearing motion. In fact, let's demonstrate that. You know, if you had to cut like some type of hose, I mean, this is an old from a bike tire, right? It's going to cut like that, right? That's a It's basically ripping. That's a ripping motion. You know, you might say it looks like slicing. No, because it's not slicing through. It's actually ripping and tearing that apart. Final thoughts on this wrench head. I think it's worth the price, but that price is pretty low. You know, this thing definitely sucks for some things. It's okay for other things. I mean, I like the accessories. The accessories, all the bits and those drivers, that's useful. And, you know, the bit driver exchanger, that's probably one of the most useful things on this tool. The pouch is first rate. It has 2 secondary pockets and a loop for a flashlight, so actually the pouch is good. The reamer punch scraper, definitely good for punching through things and scraping. The serrated blade, it's more of a saw, but it can definitely rip through hoses and things like that. The file scraper thing, that's fine. The spark plug feeler, I don't know, man, you tell me. The wire cutter, it just bends the wire and then you have to work it back and forth, so not good. The pliers, like any multi-tool, I would say light duty only. Yeah, here's the thing about mechanic multi-tools. Mechanics have a whole garage full of real tools, dude. So if a mechanic is using a multi-tool, it's only for the lightest, just easiest, tiny little jobs that don't even require them walking 20 feet over to where all the real tools are. So you might say a mechanic needs the best multi-tool, but I kind of think it's just the opposite. Mechanics have a whole garage full of real tools, so if they're using a multi-tool, it's only like for the tiniest little, you know, I need a screwdriver right now type of thing. So yeah, I mean, would a professional mechanic like this tool? Probably not. I mean, they're so used to like much stronger, you know, basically real tools. On the other hand, if you were on the road and you couldn't carry a whole bunch of tools, that's a different thing. Like if you just need to tighten something and you're like, you know, you're stuck on the road somewhere, then a lot of times even an inexpensive multi-tool can definitely save your butt, you know, if you have the skills to use it. So yeah, as far as like professionals, you know, mechanics, ambulance drivers, I don't know about this tool. I think it's more of a budget backup tool for just casual use, light use around the house, you know, typical stuff like that. So yeah, that's my honest and final opinion. I still like it for the price. You know, if this was $35 like it used to be, I would say there's just, you know, this is nowhere close to being worth the $35. But now that they're busting down the prices to $15, and like I said, I saw this briefly for like $10. Yeah, it is worth those prices. I'll include the links for as long as they last. Stay tuned for many more Multi-Tool Mondays. I am out.